This is an ongoing discussion of the Battle of Raab modular board set being produced as a custom project by Terranscapes. If you are interested in custom terrain work, you can visit terranscapes.com to see what they can offer you. And you can also go to the Terranscapes website to view the completed boards, pictures of them, and so that you can see where these boards add on to the already existing set. Now, the main question that we're working through at the moment is the addition of a vineyard to this board. This board shows a road that is coming across here with a major intersection. It comes down, there's a bridge that will be placed here, shown in a previous video under development, and then the road comes down this way as well. This river connects to the board set, and these boards are on the left-hand side of the existing Battle of Raab modular board set, which you can see in the custom gallery at terranscapes.com. My question regarding the placement of the vineyard, the map, which is the guide that we've been using to develop this board set, shows the boards that have already been constructed on this side. Here's the hill. Now the river, which flows across this way, we are developing these boards that are right here, and the road comes up, and here's the major intersection. Now the map shows the buildings of I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Anyway, buildings of this town as being on the hillside here, and on the right-hand side as we're viewing the boards and the map of the road. The statement was that the vineyard would go diagonally across from these buildings, closer to the stream. Now, on the map, that would seem, and I don't know how clear this will be, as YouTube compression seriously degrades video quality, but it would seem to indicate it would go right about right here. Here's the bridge and the river section. Let's see if I can even get a little closer here. Here's the river, here's the bridge, here's the intersection. So somewhere in this little apex of this triangle is where that statement seems to imply to me, the bridge being what would go right here. So that places that on our boards actually right about right here, which is obviously off the board set. As I've tried to do the roads to scale, the board connected with the hill ends right about here. So the buildings actually for the town, if they were to be to scale, actually reside somewhere up in this region, slightly off the board, although they could be placed here to maintain them on the board set without having to extend the boards this direction, and would still be relatively comparable in scale. So that would provide a space for the vineyard to go here, which is potentially on the wrong side of the road, but on the right side of this intersection, and still places it adjacent to the river. Instead of here, we could put it right here. If there's a strong feeling that the that the vineyard needs to go on this side of the road, it would be possible to move the road over this way, I think, but the requested size of the vineyard is at least 8 by 10. Now, just to put a perspective here, this piece of paper, of course, is 8 by 12, or, well, 8.5 by 11. So that gives you an idea of the size of the vineyard. And so I could move this road inward, have it cut across the river here, and come up, and then have the intersection here. But that will make it difficult if you want to sneak a few buildings on into this corner, because the intersection then would extend straight up here, and you'd have the road right here, and you'd have very little room for any potential buildings between the road and the hill, of course on the board's not shown. So I wanted to get your feedback on that. Are you willing to have the vineyard here and have the road on this side of the vineyard, and have the road remain pretty much as I've drawn it on the boards, or would you like me to move the road? So we'll count this as, say, placement A for the vineyard. Placement B would be over here requiring to move the road. And placement C, in case I've completely misinterpreted, which is a possibility, would be to place the vineyard perhaps up here. Maybe I misinterpreted and the road would be on this side, and that would be placement C. I'll wait to hear from you on that clarification, and then I'll begin laying down the roads in the vineyard, and we'll proceed from there.